primary thing that Jung saw. That in order to admit and really accept and understand the evil in oneself, one had to be able to do it without being an enemy to it. As he put it, you had to accept your own dark side.
What up, guys?
And he had this preeminently in his own character.
We struggling to climb in the top lane.
I had a long talk with him back in 1958.
I am playing... Oh.
And
I am playing...
I was
such a cursed pick. Grasp Ash.
With a man who's obviously very great,
but for some reason
time,
this is kinda...
with whom
it's kind of a good time.
Can be completely at ease. There are so many great people, great in knowledge or great in what is called holiness, with whom the ordinary individual feels rather embarrassed. He feels inclined to sit on the edge of his chair and to feel immediately judged by this person's wisdom or sanctity. Jung managed to have wisdom, and I think also sanctity, in such a way that when other people came into its presence, they didn't feel judged. They felt...
Okay, pretty big chunks there.
Enhanced, encouraged, and invited to share in a common life. And there was a sort of twinkle in Jung's eye. It gave me the
that is
impression
so bad.
that he knew himself to be just as much a villain as everybody else. There's a nice German word, Hintergedanke, which means a thought in the very far, far back of your mind. Jung had a Hintergedanke in the back of his mind, which showed in the twinkle in his eye. It showed that he knew and recognized what I've sometimes called the element of irreducible rascality in himself. And he knew it so strongly and so clearly,
Close
and
to
in a way
Diana's
so
time.
lovingly,
I really want to press this advantage.
that he would not condemn the same thing in others, and therefore would not be led into those thoughts, feelings, and acts of violence towards others, which are always characteristic of the people who project the devil in themselves upon the outside, upon somebody else.
Okie dokie.
Now this made Jung a very...
That was so
integrated
sus, I feel
character.
like
In other
Diana's
words,
like right here.
here I have to
So
present
we're
a
just
little
gonna
bit
get
of
the
a
fuck out.
complex idea. He was a man
This Alan
thoroughly
Watts
with
lecture.
himself.
It's something about the cadence is not
Having
it.
seen
Here,
and
we're
accepted
just
his own
gonna
nature.
straight up click on a different one, okay?
The Joker's point of view.
Okay, sure, perfect.
Not only our social
I think we've used this on a Melee video before, but this is kind of dire straits.
Are seen as games.
Oh Jesus. Okay, bork.
Be careful of the word game. It doesn't mean as trivialities. Because when we say it's just a game, this often means it is just trivial.
Yeah, man. Listen, ranged top lane, is it cringe? Who's to say? I think regular top lane is cringe.
We are not necessarily doing something frivolous.
Like, you guys are fucking villains. Not gonna lie.
And there is something in the nature of ball play that is not serious, but at the same time may be sincere. And I tried to give you the picture of the multiplicity of natural forms on the one hand, and of human social institutions, and all the things that we do and consider important and busy ourselves with as human beings. I tried to give you the point of view from which these can be seen as games, as things being done, as it were, simply for themselves, and not for some ulterior motive. And therefore, these games are in a way best played.
Yeah, man, the soft
when
music
they are
background
played
just makes so much difference. And I don't know, man, like, It's definitely fascinating to hear Alan Watts talk about Jung, but fucking, I'm playing League here. I just need some vaguely inspiring rambles like this. No need to make a diatribe into the nature of the shadow. I'm already playing Summoner's Rift, like. How far into the shadow do you think I can go? Okay.
And it's all he knows that the very intensity of seriousness with which the
Thank you, Amumu.
are taking these games
Oh my god, Vega is here
will
too.
be a kind of foil
My friends.
for the subsequent bursting into laughter when he sees that it wasn't serious after all. You see that? You might say there are these classes of people. There are the very far out people and the very far in people. Now, ordinarily, we say someone
Demolish proc? Demolish proc? Demolish proc?
when
Ooh.
they are exceedingly unconventional. But I want you to turn the picture round and look as a conventional.
Get away from me, woman.
Look at a square.
Oh, I'm
as
just
a
dead.
person who's very far
I'm dead
out.
for the demolish proc. Such
That
is
is
life.
to say, he is so involved
I gotta cut it out.
in the seriousness of the game he is playing that he is lost. He doesn't know where he
I am
started
lost.
from, and he thinks he's there.
I see the demolish proc in front of me, and I forget about the
But
big
he's
picture.
completely lost. Because he is actually under the cover of his insurance.
I feel like this is gonna dissipate before we get there.
Position in society, he's really a very anxious person. I said
Okay.
a lot yesterday.
We're fucking upper
about the way
padding.
in which
I
our
got it, I
society
got it.
shows anxiety because it cannot permit the existence of people who don't belong.
My
And it
cannon.
cannot really permit the criticism of laughter. It cannot permit the presence of the old-fashioned court jester. Because these people are so far out. They're so involved, and one from a certain standpoint, you see, from the Joker's standpoint, he doesn't condemn such people. He rather congratulates them on their heroism for getting so lost and involved. But to keep the far-out people from going quite insane, there have to be far-in people. And the far-in people are those who keep contact with the original goings-on behind the scenes. They are like the prompter in the theater, where there are the actors out on the stage, relying on their memories, etc., and they're supposed to get completely involved in the play. But there's a concealed prompter with the script in front of him. And he is the connection of the actor on the
Ooh,
stage
my cannon, my
with the
cannon, my
green room
cannon.
behind the stage.
Oh, my poor cannon.
And you
It had
see
so
in
much
this dramatic
gold
analogy of the
in its
universe,
belly. I just let it go to waste.
the green room is the central point, the still point of the turning world. The green room is
Cancel an
how,
auto there,
God is
unfortunately.
when he's back home, not involved in all these games, and takes off the mask. See, on the Hindu theory that everybody.
Oh
is a
my
masked
god, I take
god.
2 tower shots? Dude, I feel like I feel like something like significant change with the towers. I'm getting shot in spots where I really think I'm safe.
They're moving strange democracy, the million masks of God. The million masks of the Joker.
Dang, dude.
Because the Joker is the player.
Could I have kited better?
Trick player. Who
Could I have
plays
kited
ultimately
better?
the great trick on himself.
Guys, could I have kited better? Let me know.
So really, there can be no resentment about this. Nobody to blame, nobody to turn around to in the end and say, you bastard, you did this to me. Because it's always you who are ultimately responsible. So, this prompter, you see, keeps the actor on the stage in touch
I'm
with the
trying
people.
this rune setup because the fuck, dude,
Who,
execute. Are you
might be
serious?
a kind
Are
of
you
a
serious?
priesthood sometimes, although priesthoods are apt to become
What is it? Approach velocity. It feels like it's so good on Ash, but
people in the know.
I'd be scrapping so hard. I feel like I need like the extra damage from Scorch or Second Wind, or I mean, not Second Winds. Something else extra.
Of society and the
Or maybe my
wheel of the
gameplay is
squirrel
bad.
cage,
No,
the wheel
impossible.
of the rat race can have an axle firmly planted.
Not possible. Sorry.
And at the center then there have to be the far in people. so this is the domain of jokers. Now, having developed that side of the joker, the person who sees through the social institutions as games, I went on in the second session to discuss another aspect of the joker as the fly man, in comparison with the monk, the fakir, and the yogi, who undertake all those three, undertake in certain different ways disciplines which have the intent of
Okay. I can no longer pressure her at her tower. I understand. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Gotcha.
his involvement, his attachments, his limitations, his finitude.
It's my bad, really. It's my bad. Like, sorry.
But in each of these three cases,
You can do your thing.
Stirs up an immense opposition.
Oh my God, we started it off with an Alan Watts lecture on Carl Jung and their Jung wooks. They're Jung
Or
wooks.
shall we say, upon his karmic creditors, that he is about to leave town.
All I need to achieve the impossible.
And so all the creditors come rushing to the door.
Just gotta fling your E
All
for the
his
boys
past
sometimes,
sins
you know.
catch up with him.
An enemy has
And the
been
devil
slain.
lays his temptations in the way all the more thoroughly. So that the fly man is the one who, when he is going to leave town, does so instantaneously without any prior announcement.
Unstoppable.
And so in this way there is, shall we say, a cunning manner
I think I got a little trigger happy there.
of becoming a Buddha.
Executed.
We are slow pushing now.
And that is to become one instantly, without any preparation or warning whatsoever. This is why Zen is called the sudden school,
Oh, maybe it's frozen.
and why Satori is a sudden awakening. Because it has to be done without the slightest warning. Now, but then I pointed out that the moment you have any idea about doing this,
Your team has destroyed.
you've already ceased to be sudden.
Oh my God.
That is to say, the moment you seek for some spiritual attainment, which is becoming a Buddha, becoming awakened, becoming released, getting in there, you've already served notice upon your creditors.
Please?
So that somehow or other, you find that you have to do it without intending to do it. And that is a double bind.
Get away from me. Oh,
which
Leon's
you
just gonna
impose
fucking
upon
ult me, aren't
yourself
you?
When you say,
You guys are crazy.
I must find a way.
I don't like hanging out
of
with
doing
you.
it spontaneously.
Get away from me.
That's the
guys?
old basic
Help?
double bind.
Help me?
You must be spontaneous. You are commanded, or you command yourself
Okay,
to
there's
do
fucking
something
Jinx
which
here
is
too.
acceptable only if it happens spontaneously.
Get out of my lane. I'm having a chill time listening to Alan
Then you
Watts.
think about
What is
that
going
and
on
say,
here?
Well. What a fix that is.
I don't like this.
Here am I,
This is
saying,
sus.
I must
This
be
is sus.
surprised, and I'm going to lay plans to surprise myself.
Something about that was not right.
So, by going through this, you discover naturally that can't be done. You can't surprise yourself on purpose. Yet that's what you have to do. So what about it?
That's where it
You
gets
come to a
crazy,
state
guys. That's where it gets crazy. You just build fucking Leandries seconds.
You're stuck.
You don't even build mana because it's fake. Well, you do, sort of. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see.
The one thing that is terribly important to be done can't be done.
Has been destroyed.
It has to happen. It really does if you're earnest about this. You want to get out of the trap. But you can't do anything about it, either actively or passively. But then as you begin to see what you are doing all the time, you notice a very odd fact,
Has destroyed.
which is that you can't help being spontaneous.
Demolish Prague.
If I say to you, good morning, and you say good morning,
Your team
what is that?
destroyed a turret.
Did you plan this answer? Did you make preparations to grow your hair? Do you make decisions about having blue eyes? You see, about breathing?
Shut down.
Is this all planned? About beating your heart?
Killing spree.
And what about your thinking? Even if it's very blocked thinking, even if you feel from a certain point of view that you're all mixed up, what is going
Okay.
on anyway?
This has just been too relaxing of a game.
It's like trying to, we were discussing the Gurdjieff thing yesterday, the self-remembering exercise, the attempt to live completely in the present. Well, that's not only a Gurdjieff idea, that's a very ancient yoga, Buddhist discipline, to be completely here and now. But of course, as you pursue this, you discover you can't do it, because you couldn't even
Ooh. We actually just kind of escaped. I keep expecting to get chased down, but
you couldn't move. But then you discover, you see, that in the long run, there's nothing to think about except the here and now. There really isn't anything
guess we
else.
run a Drake. Oh, but my tower.
Because even when you make plans for the future and you remember the past, you're doing it all in the present. Your memory is a present activity. There's no way of not being.
That back doesn't feel amazing, but it does scale with AP.
So, when you
So,
discover that,
and a
there's
generous
nothing left
ratio
for you
too.
but to have a good
So it's not
laugh.
useless. Makes ult a bit stronger.
Well, now, I want to develop, to a greater extent, something I only touched on yesterday afternoon.
Ooh, I was just not ready right there.
Discussing anxiety and laughter, and the relationship between the two. I suggested that anxiety and laughter are really the same phenomenon, but seen from different points of view. As we all know, we can have shadows of horror and shadows of delight. tears
Oh
of grief,
yeah.
tears of joy.
Using my whole kit when you have to use Ash E to win the
But they have
fight.
a completely different meaning. Now, life is a matter of oscillation.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Ash. Well, I do know what it is. Listen, them getting slowed with every. Thank you, Alan Watts. Getting slowed with every auto attack while also doing this kind of unorthodox, like a little too tanky build.
Or is it laugh, laugh, laugh?
It's disorienting.
That's the great thing. And sometimes it's one, and sometimes it's the other.
Ooh.
An enemy has been slain.
So that the whole thing of the Joker is he comes into being, as it were, at the point when the anxiety interpretation of the trembling becomes the laughing.
Okay. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen, to be honest.
We were talking about
Ooh. Okay.
who have skulls on their cells to remind them of mortality.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
And we think
Leandries, next we build
of
Terminus.
An enemy has been slain.
Chesterton had the poem about the skull. Chattering finch and waterfly are not merrier than I. Here among the flowers I lie, laughing everlastingly. No,
Oh, my
I
arrow
may not
misses.
tell
Ooh,
death.
hits.
Surely, friends, I might have guessed.
Ooh,
Death
ooh,
was
ooh.
but the good thing
Yes.
it was his death.
Yes. Please kill Jinx. Please
So
kill
you can
Jinx.
see the skull,
Oh my
not
god.
as a grim thing, but as a laughing thing.
Okay.
It's all that's left of a human being. And all the surface is peeled off. And nothing but this beautiful bone remains with life.
And that's it, guys. Like and subscribe. We are climbing our way out of silver with our unorthodox picks. Like and subscribe, or else.
Being a jet.
Okay, bye.